Welcome everybody to Fork in the Road, where we cover The Last of Us versus Walking Dead. Now, what are the ground rules? We can talk about plot. Yeah, we can talk plot, or we can talk about the plot. We can talk about the characters. That's the second category. The third category would be, I don't know. I mean, uh, shit, I think those are the only. I mean, setting. I guess if you want to do the setting, fine.
Yeah.
And let's just leave it at those three categories, because they're post-apocalyptic. Let's do setting first. Now they're both post-apocalyptic.
I
However,
mean, wouldn't it all this kind of bad stuff always be post-apocalyptic?
well, I mean, like, let's say we were doing, I don't know, Last of Us versus Fallout. Both are post-apocalyptic, but both are very, very different in terms
But
of.
that's what I'm saying, though. It's all every time there's like a dystopian society, you can always say it's post-apocalyptic. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, what I guess the crux of what I'm trying to say is that there are differing layers of post-apocalypse. Because with The Last of Us, they still hold on to some form of civilization because they have they live in those military-controlled like towns or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas in Fallout, I mean, yeah, there is like NCR, the conglomerate, whatever. But mostly everyone lives in like shanty towns. There's no real sense of like advancing tech. Whereas Last of Us, they still kind of sort of do. Anyway, um, um, so let's do setting. I mean, with Last of Us, everyone works for what, food rations, and
Yeah.
in Walking Dead, everybody's just doing shit just to do shit. So
Yep.
it's essentially it. Oh,
People are just kind of hanging out and Walking Dead.
yeah. So and for those who are wondering, if you watch the early days of Walking Dead, there's a fun little drinking game that you could do. Drink every time you see a walker getting shot. Drink every time you hear the word safe. Drink every
Oh
time you
God.
hear Lori and Coral in the same sentence. Gabe suggested this one drink too, but it was way back. It was like involving Shane putting his cap on in a weird way. What is that? What is the?
I,
Yeah,
I think it's just every time he like fucks up his hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be fucked up. You're going to be fucked up. So I guess the setting is which has the more cohesive society, I suppose, because the cutout, like as it stands, Walking Dead. Well, Last of Us had 2 seasons, and while yes, 2 seasons slash 2 video games, while Walking Dead is the series, the main series is done. I'm actually going to put the cutoff at season 2. So
Okay.
we're essentially going to focus on Rick getting the group together, going to the CDC, and then staying on the farm. So that's it. So whereas Rick and his group, they just get to the farm essentially, and yeah, that's apparently it. Um, so I guess what I'm saying is Last of Us gets the point by default. Like that, does that make any sense?
Yeah.
For setting, I mean,
Yeah.
I would I would say 'cause based off what I watched for The Walking Dead, whatever, versus Last of Us. Yeah, I guess because also like Last of Us, they managed to, like you said, keep some type of more of a structure around them, despite society kind of falling or collapsing. Like they still was able to like form like these cities and still kind of keep like some type of system in place. While like almost like Walking Dead, it's like, hey, let's a bunch of loose cowboys and there go here, and then we have these different rules in here of how we deal with shit. I would guess that kind of brings it more, because it kind of felt more for like at least the first season of Walking Dead. It felt more like, hey, we're kind of going back to like you know late 1800s, 1900s now for some weird ass reasons. With how people are dressing and acting, right? Like it's weird, right? Like Why is that your first thought to do? like, like let's go back to old Cowboy West Tombstone type of shit. And they do that shit like in a lot of other zombie shit. Like every time there's zombie stuff, they kind of revert back. Like, let's go back to Cowboys. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You get the chance to kind of be like, all right, this is the fashion now, and cowboy fashion, kind of cool, I guess. So
How are they getting these clothes this quick, man? Like, how do you have Leonard? Like, do you have Leonard? Do you have like a nice fucking dungaree and like hat and all that shit?
I mean,
not sure
Walking Dead specifically is bad about where did they get that. Like, there's an apocalypse, and then like the new Ford, like whatever, will be conveniently there. Like, there's new cars, all the lawns are mowed, everyone has, like, makeup and, like, brushed hair. And I'm like, where are you guys getting all this shit from?
Right? And that's always, I think that's a fatal flaw in, like, most of these, like, post-apocalyptic kind of shit. Like, I mean, Fallout makes kind of sense because it's like, you're basically going by, hey, you got a bunch of crazy people who are building bomb shelter and preparing for this shit. These other ones, it was like, this just suddenly happened. And then all of a sudden, all these people know what the fuck to do. What? Like, well, I know I wouldn't know what to fucking do. That's why I always said, like, if this shit ever happened in any of these worlds, I want to die in the first wave. I'm not surviving this. I'm not going to survive the first, second wave, be out here, trying to find medical supplies and all this fucking shit. Trying to find these safe zones, green zones, whatever zones they want to make their name of, because those shit never lasts. You know, like,
yeah.
Eventually,
no, specifically with like The Walking Dead, every time there's like a romance or like sex scene, I'm just like, they would smell so fucking gross. Like,
oh yeah, that's so fucking true.
Yeah, you can't wash yourself. I'm just like, okay. And also, like, you know, they take care of each other for, like, you know, you get cuts or whatever, right? Medical, what? What about other medical diseases you guys have? What about people with diabetes and insulin? It's like,
they're
fucked, right? Like,
no, because I thought about that too. I was like, bro, if I don't have my, like, fucking depression meds, like, I'm out. Like, bye.
Yeah.
Because, like, exactly. Because if you're depressed, now you're in a world that is actually depressing.
Yeah.
And I don't have these meds, and I gotta have this gun and knife, and it's like, I can't watch my TVs or shit to, like, calm myself down. I gotta be out here like a night watchman.
For like, literally anything. Like, if you have asthma, like, sorry. Like, oh, you have a kid? Well, if they need glasses, fucking good luck, I guess. In, like, the pair that you have.
I only have my own pair, but I'm running all the time, so it's probably gonna get scratched or whatever. And now I'm basically blind. And it's like, but you're still giving me a gun? Cool.
Yeah.
And then, okay, and then what about raising kids? It's like, so people, you know, you get pregnant, so that means, like, no epidurals, like, we gotta go back to natural birth, like, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, no, like, fucking good luck. I hope it goes well.
Yeah,
and then you gotta raise these kids, like, where are you gonna get milk? Where are you gonna get this food for themselves? Like, we're watching these kids that are basically liabilities now because they can't really hold a gun.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
where are you gonna get fucking Plan B? Like,
and then so okay, and then what's your total in game plan, right? Let's say sometimes they'd be like, we're gonna find a cure, right? But a majority of the world is gone. Most of the smart people are probably gone. The people that are surviving are this gun-toting fucking people that like violence. Stuff like, so let's say you manage to get rid of all the zombies. How are you going to rebuild civilization?
Well, so I guess that is kind of a problem specifically with The Walking Dead, because like The Last of Us tries to, I guess, create a solution and like rebuild society and stuff, but I think like the big reveal in like the end of season 1 of The Walking Dead is like, nah, man, we're all infected. Like, you can't get rid of the zombies. Like, if you die, you just become a zombie. Like, this is just the world now. We're fucked.
Yeah, so I'll be like, at this point, if I was in that type of world, like I said, I would have been gone in the first wave. If I was not gone in the first wave, I think I'd become the new Jim Jones. Be like, let's just live it up. party up here. Once we run out of supplies, we're all gonna drink this antifreeze
Yeah.
and just become zombies, you know. And then you're just becoming the plot of what Warm Bodies.
I I like that movie.
I know I like it too, but I'm just saying that's not a love romance because if that's all it is, that because if you told me right now that I die and I have to live a whole second life, just kill me right now.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, the point goes to The Last of Us. Now, on to characters. Because I'm just going to straight up say it. I hate The Last of Us. I hate the characters. I hate them so much.
I do too.
Dude, I do. Like, there's only two good characters, and those are the two main people. Everyone else is kind of a prick.
Yep.
You're talking about, like, Joel literally kills, like, it just goes Rambo style on everyone in the Fireflies just to get at, just to have like Ellie rather than like dude, I get it, you're bonding with her, but she's not your daughter come back to life, dude. Don't fucking and then oh and
I
then
mean, I
the
wouldn't.
part.
I would sacrifice Ellie even if I had a good bond. Like we survive all this shit. Like seriously, you had a cure, and we can set everything back to normal. But like, no, because you got to kill this one chick. You know how many people have died trying to find this one cure, and you're just like, oh, I found it, but like, you know, I was with her for the past fucking couple months, so no. And I'm gonna kill these other people, but then I'm also gonna hide the fact that we could have had this cure from this chick because you know she would have been mad. She wanted it. Everyone else wanted it, and you selfishly, you had nothing to be a part of it, and you made that unilateral decision, man. Like, what the fuck?
Like I will kind of defend it though. Like I like that it's kind of objectively like a mistake to save her. Like it's one of those things where it's just like, oh man, if you had to choose one person or like the rest of the world, like obviously you choose the rest of the world, but like it's different if you actually are having to make the choice and like you know the person directly. Like I don't know. I think that's kind of neat.
Well,
But
if it was directly, if
Here's the problem with that like logic, right? You've been tasked to do that one thing. You could talk about all the writing, all the world building, all the bonding, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, when you basically do a full 180, Rambo yourself out of that facility, you've effectively made the entire game, your entire playtime or watching time, depending on whether you played the game or watched the series or both, completely worthless because there was no real point. Nothing was accomplished. Absolutely nothing was accomplished.
see,
you learn to love a young girl.
yeah, go see.
That sounds wrong. I take that back. You process the death of your daughter. Is I guess what I meant to say.
Hey.
I mean, going off what Gabe said on there,
as
like
long as they're not 12. Go ahead, Robert.
for him not to sacrifice her, like if that was like my wife or my actual child, I would be like, okay, I would get it more, or I would have been like, oh, if you're gonna sacrifice her, like let's both go out, like you guys get the cure, and we're both gonna die. But it's weird because like that's not your daughter. That's not someone related to you. That was a chick you picked up on the road.
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of weird.
She doesn't even like you like that, dude.
Yeah, no, and it's like and the fact that you wouldn't tell her that's what you did means that you know that she wouldn't approve of it. So that's the problem there. And now if you put that same thing like in the Walking Dead, and one of these characters had a choice of like sacrifice someone and they can cure the rest of the world. You think all these other people are gonna go Rambo and not sacrifice?
Yeah, I don't know actually. I feel like Rick would probably do the same thing in all honesty.
I wouldn't. I just let her die, and then like if a cure can be made, then cool, and you get to go down in history as the guy that helped find the cure. You have any idea how many movie deals you would get? how many interviews you would get, how many people would just throw themselves at you. I'm like, you fat
Straight up.
whore.
You would have statues. You would have so much.
No, like
fucking
you would
shit.
be the hero of the world.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Abby's dad could be jealous because he's like, motherfucker, I performed the situation. I performed the surgery. And everybody like, shut up, you're a doctor. Nobody cares about you.
Yeah, but you're a nerd.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a nerd.
But you can literally become a god in that world because it's just like in the whole Jesus Bible shit, right? It's like God gave his only begotten son. The same exact thing can be said about you. You sacrificed a woman that was like your daughter to save the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the lore, man.
Yeah. But maybe Naughty Dog was secretly sexist because they don't want a girl dying to save the world.
No, Naughty Dog did that so they can have a fucking second game.
And oh my god, we should talk about Last of Us Part 2 because
Let's do it.
if there was any other indication of like of nothing being accomplished, Last of Us Part 2 has that in spades. You talk about like it's a huge revenge plot that goes absolutely nowhere. You are the person Abby had Ellie dead to rights, then lets them go, then Ellie has Abby dead to rights, then lets her go for no reason whatsoever. Oh, Doug, what about Abby's companion? Okay, and that Ellie doesn't know that person. For all we know, that person could be like Abby's, like meth dealer. You know, who fucking like it's just like with Walking Dead. You have all these characters.
Well, hold on, little rewind because I want to add something to that. The problem that I have with the second game is like they talk about the whole like forgiveness thing. Ellie kills so many fucking randos throughout the game, like
Yeah.
just because they're not named. But then like if you know their name, it's like no, they're worthy of like fucking getting mercy. That alone makes me really dislike the second game.
That just makes me feel like if I was in that world and I knew that, like, don't know anything else, but I knew that every person I met before they even said anything, I just start yelling my name.
Yeah.
I'm Robert. Don't kill
Wait,
me.
I have a cool
I'm
backstory, I promise.
Oh,
Spare me.
And even though like with Walking Dead, you have your own like Shane. I mean, it's Shane.
Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm. Fuck him. But like he's the only real unlikable douchebag. Everyone else kind of has their quirks, I suppose. I mean, Lori didn't. Well, Lori's a bitch, but whatever.
What about T-Dog?
T-Dog?
What about everyone's favorite character, T-Dog?
Oh
My God, if I was ever in a thing and I called myself our dog, kill me.
Yeah, no, it's a bunch of cowboys and then one black dude named T-Dog.
Yeah. And Herschel and his stupid logic. Oh my God, Herschel's stupid logic. I keep all the zombies in the farm because they're still human. They're just sick. And I'm like, dude, what?
See, the thing I hate about like Last of Us or like both Walking Dead and stuff like that zombie kind of apocalypse stuff, instead of like airborne sickness that people get sick, it's like I don't want to get bit. Like I watch these videos like the Nature Channel all the time, and like fucking like insects and shit that's eating people whole. Not a fan of that.
Well, I mean, they're not taking. It's okay. Like
I don't want to get bit at all. That's what I'm saying. Like
with The Last of Us, they're not zombies. They're not undead, technically speaking.
no,
Walkers.
no, they're getting infected by the fungal cordyceps and shit on there.
That's a whole different. But with Walking Dead, they don't take into account like because if you actually look at all of said walkers, like you should be like, dude, decomposition should have like made you dead, like just dust a long time ago. Like there's no way.
Not even just decomposition. I'll just be like, if you're zombie stuff on there, I don't understand how you keep replenishing your ATP to have energy to move.
Yeah, exactly. And and some of them don't even have stomachs and yet can still eat. That makes no. But whatever. Anyway, but we're straying off topic. Let's stay focused on the characters because
Other characters.
look, as much as I hate like some of the like Carl. Oh man, was Carl such a bitch. And
We have Daryl.
Daryl actually okay. Like, yeah, he's
You don't like Daryl?
no.
Was there
What?
who was the guy that looked like Hootie in the
Don't-
Blowfish?
Wait, what?
I think they called Darius Rucker. Who's the guy who looked like him? I don't remember his name.
Whatever. Like,
I mean, Norman Reedus is Daryl.
yeah, Norman. Like he like this was when Daryl started going on his redemption arc, not how he is now. So I'm just all like, yeah, no, I'm not that. I still wasn't a big fan of him. Glenn was arguably the best character because he got the farmer's daughter.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. Good on Glenn. Good on Glenn. The fucking nerd the fucking nerd that delivered pizzas. And I'll admit, they got a pretty damn good piece of ass.
Yep.
I would say like okay, definitely like I would agree that Walking Dead had better characters than Last of Us and stuff on there.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I would also be like when they had this stuff on there, I think the problem with The Walking Dead was like you have like too many characters. You try to do too many like spin-offs and shit on there.
In the first couple seasons, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Like, no, I was gonna say, like, you can argue that Walking Dead had too many characters, but like we're only staying with the 2 seasons, and even then, if you try to argue there were too many characters, I kind of argue against that because while yes, there are a bunch of spin-offs now, we're still having the cutoff at season 2, not like otherwise, Daryl's character would be like I would wholeheartedly defend him because he went on full redemption arc. This is when he's starting it. Um, and Last of Us, there were no likable characters in the Last of Us season 2. Are you fucking kidding me? Like you like the dude like I forget Joel's brother's name for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit about him. But like
Ooh, yeah.
he went full 180 for no reason character wise. I mean like oh Doug he was mad that his brother had died. He wanted to kill Joel like just as much when they first met because he did not.
Yeah, but he gets to. He's his brother.
Yeah,
I just find it weird when like these people have like these vintage quests and it's like, bro, but you're like a post-apocalyptic setting where people are dropping left and right, and now you're gonna take this thing personally?
yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I could get behind that too. But like at the end of the day, you just gotta ask yourself like, dude, like, what made Joel's brother do a complete 180 on his character? Like, why? Even he was opposed to like the idea of revenge, and then he all of a sudden wants revenge for no real explained reason. Oh, Doug.
I think they were just trying to create enemies that Ellie could kill.
Oh.
Yeah.
And even then, Ellie is not a good character. She's just like even when she was in the first season, she was just a generic. She was just an everyday white girl. Like seriously, that's all there is to it. Oh, now she's in a relationship with now she's in a full on same sex relationship. I'm like, okay, good on her. Except that the girl she loves is also essentially just Ellie, except dumber, like real dumb. Because at one point Ellie has a PTSD nightmare, and I don't even fucking remember the her partner or lover or whatever is so like, you always did want excitement. I'm like, dude, she just had a fucking PTSD nightmare. What the hell's the matter with you? Why are you trying to like play that off? Like that's legit PTSD. Don't downplay it.
Yeah.
I just found it. I don't know. Maybe it's insulting. That it's like, why am I being saved by these white people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and all these post-apocalyptic stuff is always like, oh, it's a white person that's going to survive it. Some Midwestern white person.
It's white
That's
Jesus.
Like,
Norman Reedus is white Jesus.
white Jesus?
But oh man, like just so it's so I would argue that Walking Dead has a point towards its characters. So Robert, I obviously you're in agreement. Gabe, what's your call?
Yeah, Walking Dead. Easy.
So it's 1-1, 1-1. Now category number 3. What was the third category? Oh yeah, plot. I mean, there's Walking Dead's plot is just simple: survive.
Yep.
And whereas whatchamacallit is all about like get Ellie to place and Ellie want vengeance. Neither of which gets accomplished. So I think Walking Dead has the better plot because at the end of the day, characters, survive. Whereas Last of Us, nothing gets accomplished.
Well, no, I will say that it would be the converse of that. I would say that because the Last of Us originally they had an objective. Originally they were like, we discovered what was causing this stuff, and there was a cure for it, right? And then they could have accomplished it, but Joel chose not to do it, right? But it still had the original objective, which they just kind of ignored for selfish reasons, and then it just became Ellie being crazy. But for the Walking Dead, I would just say it's almost like stereotypical fucking zombie kind of shit. It's just like, yep, this is our world. Let's survive in it.
Yeah, because like even if I don't know, even if in The Last of Us the plot doesn't pan out, I guess too well, they're still surviving as much as like the people in Walking Dead. So like anything on top of that is just like plus.
They're surviving and they're doing it better at keeping their society more together or
Yeah, I
than
think
necessarily
I agree
Walking
with
Dead.
that.
I feel like Walking Dead, like after the first wave, they just go like, yeah, we give up. Let's just survive
Yeah,
as best as we can.
yeah.
You know,
To be fair, like Rick does say in the end of season 2, this isn't a democracy anymore. It's a dictatorship.
Oh yeah, that famous quote.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who made that meme. I want to give that person a high five.
It's Morbin time.
Yeah. Oh man. But anyway, so I don't know. It's just maybe it's because maybe I'm saying like Walking. I want to give the point to Walking Dead because I'm more biased. I really, really did not like The Last of Us at all. Like I
Even the game.
even the game. Like you could talk. You could. Oh, Doug, the gameplay's great. I mean, yeah, it's a stealth action game that Naughty Dog made. Of course, it's gonna be good. But like they're also story driven. So, and if the story is, and if you want the game taken seriously, you got to go buy off its narrative. Take, well, for instance, actually, I got a good idea because, like, we just talked about it on the Slab Lounge. Deus Ex, right? Deus Ex is getting a remaster. Deus Ex was a clunk. People could describe that as the best PC game of all time. I wholeheartedly disagree with it because the game is clunky as shit. It's easy as fuck to glitch out. It's even easier to break. Um, Full of exploits. The game was just utter. The gameplay wise, I mean, it was competent, a competent stealth shooter. That's just really broken. But a lot of people rightfully say the writing carries it, and it's true. The writing was fucking fantastic. Even though it dealt with a bunch of like known conspiracies like the Illuminati, MJ12, etc., etc. It's like you talk Illuminati, you're just gonna be like, oh, damn, come on. But like Deus Ex, the conspiracy, executed it in such a way that it was actually good. It's a cohesive narrative, even though the gameplay is kind of nah. The gameplay can have liberties so long as the story is great. Last of Us parts 1 and 2. Like I haven't played part 2, but it's Naughty Dog. They're not gonna fuck up on the gameplay. But where they fucked up royally is the story, and if the story is what you're trying to sell, you did not do a good job with me. Like I can tell you that right off the bat. I fucking hated that story. It had great
Yeah,
like the I hate saying, but like the game mechanic and his where he found his lover like dead or whatever. And they helped fix the car up for that. He was a great character. He really was. It's just that he was in The Last of Us. That fucking with the oh god.
well, I think you're just more set because like Last of Us, it had an objective, and then they decided not to go through with it, and then you're dealing with game two where it's like the fallout for those consequences. But it's like, why did you give me that objective if I couldn't accomplish it? I think that's why you're super pissed. While like Walking Dead objective is just like survive, simple,
Yeah.
clean, right?
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Um, and it's not just, well, on one hand, yes, it is that. But on the other hand, like, like I said earlier, Ellie is just a random white girl. In Last of Us Part Two, there were no good characters. Tommy, that's his name. That's Joel's brother's name. There are no good characters. Like the Asian dude who actually impregnated whatever her name is. He's completely forgettable, and he gets killed like not even halfway through the game. And I'm like, okay, whatever. um, there were no good characters. Abby getting that one dude to fuck her, like even though he was involved with that pregnant lady. Okay, whatever, whatever, dude. Like I just don't like. It doesn't do a good job of making me care about these people. At least The Last of Us can say, hey, they were building a bond. Yeah, they were, and the ending was a giant slap in the face for everyone. With Last of Us Part Two, Ellie and Joel already had a falling out. Like, why did she want to go on a revenge quest, knowing that Joel literally condemned the world?
She didn't know what she had until it was gone.
Yeah, but that's why I would say if you're putting this like in books, right? I would say Last of Us is a better plot overall in the book because like we could have got a cure. They found out what was happening. They dealt with it. Then he chose not to do and condemn the world, and it's a fallout, right? And that's the rest of the book, right?
Mm.
While like Walking Dead is like, yeah, we can keep going with it forever because it doesn't fucking matter because this world is basically fucked. Let's just see who survives to the end.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess if I had to nod towards it, I would still say I like Last of Us plot more, despite the bullshit.
Okay. Gabe, you're right.
Yeah, no, I give it to Last of Us too, because like really, The Walking Dead is just about survival, and that's also a thing that's going on in the background of The Last of Us. So like any additional character stuff is just sort of like a plus. Like I don't know. I don't. It's kind of weird. I haven't thought about it, but I used to really like Walking Dead, and I don't know.
Oh, I did too. Like the first.
I don't think it.
Go ahead.
I don't know. No, I think The Last of Us just did the story hits like better.
Well, I think for you it's more fatigue because, like I said, like there's a lot more meat on the bone for Walking Dead because it's such a simple plot, right? And you
Yeah.
can do all this stuff, but you just kind of it's just like, okay, next season, still the same zombies, but here's some new characters, how they deal with it, right?
Yeah. Well,
And
like
then it's
each
like,
new season of The Walking Dead is just like, oh, we ran into new people. Let's fucking survive them because we're never gonna run into like good people, or there would be no show.
exactly.
You know?
Okay.
But so I would say Walking Dead is definitely more entertaining.
Yeah, like I like the characters in The Walking Dead more, but I think the story is just kind of not as good. Like it's, I almost treat it as like a slice of life anime, but with zombies.
Yeah, yeah, like that was like that one I ever saw was like those four schoolgirls stuck in the thing with the zombies, and it had the little dog in there, and that was sad. With a,
Something live.
something like that, and the dog ended up getting bit and become a zombie, and I was crying, like not the
Oh,
dog,
yeah.
like I always say when the dog gets out of it, that's like an I Am Legend, and it's like fuck the cure. See, that's a point where I would have sacrificed Ellie. Like if the dog was a cure and I Am Legend, I'm like fuck the rest of the world. We're keeping this dog. Yeah.
So okay, so with that being said, it looks like Last of Us Last of Us actually wins in the fork in the road.
Yeah.
Unless you
I'm
do a
okay
full
with that.
category where it's just said more entertaining, then I will say Walking Dead.
I think I'm okay with Last of Us winning. Like I think I still like Walking Dead more, but I don't know.
I mean,
I'm fine with that.
yeah, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. I mean, like,
It's the end of the world.
It's not
Walker.
wrong.
well, yeah, but I'm not gonna die on this hill trying to like, oh no, you guys are wrong now, because cause
Yeah.
when Walking Dead first came out, like I was like on board, like season. I still hands down say, first season of Walking Dead, Best in the entire series. Everything that was there needed to be there. It didn't overstay its welcome. It was like Rick wakes up, meets up with Morgan. Boom. Second episode, meets up with another group of survivors in the city. Then he meets his family. Then it's made apparent that they can't stay there. Go to the CDC. CDC, they like, okay, what's going on? Why is there a clock counting down? That's the season finale. Boom. Everything that's there needed to be there. Didn't overstay its welcome, and it kept things fresh and still kept moving. Season 2 is when it really started to go downhill because what's his face? The head writer was really clashing with AMC because AMC wanted to milk that shit, and he didn't. So when he was told to make it 13 episodes long, he's like, "Why? Like the farm? Like we could just knock that out in a 6-episode season." Like, no, we want more money. So he left, and like season 2, yeah, it was a little bad, but it was still more or less manageable. Season 3, that was it for me because they put so many filler episodes in that fucking thing, and then people told me to watch season 5, which I did, but season 6, was it? Negan made his debut in the 5th season?
Yeah. Because season 3 was the governor.
Yeah, season 3 was the governor. Season 4 was when that was... See, Walking Dead season 4, the governor strikes back. Season
Also, hot take, I love the governor. He's my favorite character.
Whatever. I mean, no. That's not fair. I don't mean to brush him off. Like, I don't mind that. Like, he's charismatic, so I get that. But like, season 5, like when Negan shows up and like at the finale, that's when I officially like checked out. Not because not because it's revealed that Glenn died. I mean, I already knew because it was already spoiled to me, and I was just like, oh man, whatever. But like they tried to frame it as this mystery, and I'm just like, why? And then, like, for the record, I did watch the premiere where he finally kills Glenn, but they stretched that thing out, and I'm like, nope, not gonna watch it, never again, nope. To this day, I still haven't watched the series finale, which apparently Rick and his gang takes on, like, a bunch of rich people?
Yep.
As...
The true villains of a zombie apocalypse.
Why?
Late capitalism.
How is there... Okay. Out of curiosity, how is there rich people like in? Because you read the full series, right? You read the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think those were in the show because the show changes from the comic pretty hard.
No.
Like it's weird because like Daryl and everyone aren't even like in it. Oh. Like those are additions to the show. And then, like, fucking, what's his name? Like, Rick dies, and then Carl just, like, takes over. Like, it's really weird. There's a lot of, like, weird differences. Like, Rick even gets his, like, arm cut off, when he fights the governor. And so for the rest of, like, the entire show, like, most of the show, he only has one hand. Like, it's just weird. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just, I don't know. It's,
He and Michonne get together and they're like pirates. It's fucking weird. I don't know. Invincible's better. If you're gonna,
how do you get the right medical treatment if you got your hair cut off in that type of situation?
I don't even know. I think he just like burns it or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say you cauterize. It's not like he got like an internal injury where it's like there's.
I mean, Carl gets fucking shot in the face and he's fine. He loses an eye and like he lives.
When? Wait, what?
That happens like pretty early on in the comics. I think that happens like right after I think after they meet Herschel, and then I think that happens in the show too. But yeah, like some random hunter just like accidentally shoots Carl in the head, and he like loses an eye for like most of the series. But he's fine. He's just missing an eye.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Because I know Carl.
There's a lot of that in the comic.
I was gonna say I know Carl got shot in the second season from that deer because that deer was all like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna let that one fat dude shoot me, and I hope you get shot, and I hope you get hit." And he goes down. I didn't know he gets shot in the face. Okay.
Well, my thing is like, okay, so that's for food, right? both of them is like you have to make sure like the animals don't get infected, right? Because if you're dealing with this, you don't have time to like farm shit, right? If you're always moving to different places, right?
Well,
Well, the problem with The Walking Dead is like if you die from anything, you become a zombie, and so people like make farm villages and like they'll make a safe spot, but like no matter how safe you are, if anyone dies, like they still become a zombie. So like it's kind of a matter of like when, because you can like I don't know, if someone's sick, you can like handcuff them to the bed, and then if they end up dying, then like cool. But what if you have like a fucking heart attack or I don't know, like it's just bound to go to shit eventually because like everyone will turn into a zombie.
yeah, that's the other thing that I wanted to mention. If you have a fatal brain aneurysm, right? Um, and then you die from that brain aneurysm, you come back as a walker. You're not walking. You're not even gonna move because a brain aneurysm, that's the brain literally exploding. Well, I know it's not literally exploding, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean. You get yeah. So it's just all like, uh, or even a stroke. Like you're not moving. You're not moving after you come back from as a walker. You're not moving because
Yeah.
strokes can happen. Yeah.
I mean, if zombies are real, move to Arizona. They'll cook outside. You're
Yeah.
good.
That's true.
Like they're walking on that black asphalt heat, like
Yeah.
other degrees. Like they're not gonna walk through that thing, right? Like we just gotta get a couple miles ahead. They're gonna burn up their feet on this tar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. They you know what? Okay, I don't want to get into the whole real thing, but I will say this much for Walking Dead, at least in the second game, because I heard while I haven't played it, the Rat King was like one of the best things that ever happened in that fucking game.
Yeah.
So, but like, so I'll give it that much because they say it's a like a legitimate scary romp. I don't know if the Rat King made an appearance in season 2 of the of is Last of Us season 2 even out or no? Does anyone know?
Season 2 came out like a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I never watched the show. I just like played the games.
Yeah.
No, I played the games and then I watched the first show, the first part, and then I watched the second part because it took like they said it was only gonna be like 2 years and stuff. It took like 3 something years or 4 until they got it out, and I get it because uh that Patel's doing so much fucking um other shit. Like he's in everything now. Like
Yeah.
fantastic, doing all these movies. He was in Mandalorian and doing all this other fucking shit. And I'm just like,
because if he's in a lot, then I'm fine with that. I'm not okay with Chris Pratt being in everything because
dude, he's still in shit. This guy's a piece of shit. Like
Chris Pratt can be the Rat King.
Yeah,
Chris Pratt. Like I liked him in Parks and Rec. And that's it. Like him and the Jurassic Park remake, not that great. Him as Star Lord, I'm like, we could add someone else.
No,
Like
that'll argue against because like he's the reason why
I like him as Star Lord.
yeah he did a great job as Star Lord. I can't deny him that, but what I can deny
He should have
is,
stayed Star Lord though. He doesn't need to be Mario.
yes, right
Mario Bros.
right there because
Yeah.
he was the worst thing in the Mario movie. He was the worst thing in that.
He's
God.
so cool.
No, he's not. He really isn't.
No, that was in the reveal trailer when they were like the Nintendo Direct. They were like, and Mario is voiced by Chris Pratt. He's so cool.
Yeah, no, I know what you were citing, but like it's just,
Yeah.
he really isn't, man. I mean,
Yeah, no, he's not.
he's awful as Mario.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's gonna be in the second one.
Well, just you wait. When they make the Zelda movie, he'll be Link.
If he's Link, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check out. I'm going to lose my shit.
Chris Pratt as Princess Zelda. He's so cool.
I want to see Chris Pratt with tits now.
No, I'm sure there's an area of the internet that has already fulfilled that request for you.
And it's not just like, and you could cite like his controversial views too. Like that, I'm not. Look, he starts spouting out that I don't know what made him go full on Christian mode or whatever the fuck. It's just he's. I think he's just an asshole now.
No, he was always like that, but he for some reason he took the playbook out of James Woods and all this shit. It's like I'm just gonna say this shit.
Didn't he leave his
I
group
mean,
because he said he was like a more recognized or some shit?
He was like, I'm Mario now. I
well, yeah, he left. He left
I
out
must
of
return
Paris.
to the Mushroom Kingdom.
He left out of Paris. I'm like, well, yeah, this hot chick who's doing these cool, scary movies. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what a dick. Anyway, fuck man, fuck Chris Pratt. Fuck the last. Fuck The Last of Us. Fuck Walking Dead. Oh man, but hey, like, you know what? For what it's worth, I'm glad that The Last of Us. I don't want to say it was a success. I mean, it was obviously commercially speaking. Yeah, it sold a bajillion units. But and it means like the artists, programmers, etc., they still get to work. Same goes with The Walking Dead. VFX team still get to work. People still are working, etc., etc. So as much as I want to throw shit at the IPs, I'll say, hey, I gotta respect the fact that they're great that they're doing great. At the very least, there's that. But like, if you ask me to like say, what's your opinion on? I'm just gonna say it's shit. I don't like them.
You like Robert Kirkman? Watch and read Invincible. It's
Yes.
better.
Yes, I will say that. Watch and read Invincible. Like and I still say this. Like after season 3, I was like, because I was on my limit with Invincible season 3, man. Mark bitching about his day 90% of the fucking time. I'm just all like, I want to kill this guy. Everybody was saying, wait for the Invincible War. Wait for the Invincible War. I'm like, the fuck is that? They're like, Google it. I'm like, no, I don't want to Google it. I want to be legit. And then the Invincible War happened. I will never complain about Invincible ever again. And then
Yep.
Conquest shows up. I'm like, okay, not complaining. I have another reason to never complain about Invincible ever again. I'm not.
Yeah, when that war came out, you just kept talking about it nonstop. I still haven't watched any of the Invincibles. He kept bugging me about it.
It's really good.
I know. I still bug you about it. Like, I don't still say watch it, man. It's actually like worth your time.
I've seen clips and I know it's good. It's just I don't know. I know if I actually sat down and watched it, I'll probably really get into it. I
Which that sucks, man. Because like one of the big forks in the road I want to do is Invincible versus The Boys, and
Ooh.
I haven't watched that either.
yeah, you haven't watched that.
Ooh.
It sucks.
I mean,
Also, Gen V new season is out right now. That's pretty good.
if you set a future date when we want to do this, like we give it enough time, I will watch it so I can do it. And I might actually need that in order to actually fucking do it.
It's like I don't want to do that. I don't want to like force you to watch something just for like for the.
No, sometimes people
man.
need something to watch it.
Robert, because let me put it to you this way. I forced myself to watch Game of Thrones after Gabe and them were just like, you gotta watch it. Only reason why I watched it was because I was caught up with all my shows. I was rendering something in 3D, and I was like, alright, fine. I'll force myself to watch Game of Thrones. And while I was into it, Season 8 happened.
Yep.
Enough said.
I will say there's a lot of Invincible left, so if you don't want to watch that immediately, I guess you could wait. But I think The Boys is coming up on its last season,
Yeah. Like,
so it's kind of a good time to get into it.
I heard nothing but good things about, like, they were like, Mark starts off shit, but trust me, he levels up, blah, 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 blah. I told them not to spoil it, they just say he levels up. Like, that's all they told me. The Boys, on the other hand, the TV show versus the comic, completely different.
The comic sucks.
Yeah.
Comic's so bad.
All I'll say, like, is because season 5 being the final season of The Boys, they're just saying because like I don't want it to be a Game of Thrones situation. Like, hey, like let's say Robert watches Invincible, I can understand. The Boys, on the other hand, like because they're so different, he sits down and watches it, and then season 5 happens, and it turns out to be this big slap in the face like Game of Thrones was.
I think it'll still be good. They already made sure that the original bad ending isn't going to happen. So, like, I think it'll end well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like there are things that have happened already that make the original ending impossible, and the original ending in the comics is god awful. So
Because
I've
I
got
know it
faith in
involved
them.
like magic bullets and Black Noir being the real Captain.
Yeah, no,
Homelander or
it's
whatever.
dumb. It's really dumb.
It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah. So that's not happening, guaranteed. So
Or how many episodes is in each season for Invincible?
Invincible has like eight seasons, 8 episodes per season. The Boys, I think, has 10.
yeah, I think they're all like hour-long episodes
Yeah,
though.
they're
So it
all
is
For
a
hour
decent
both
amount
the
of stuff.
boys and Invincible,
Yeah.
or just the
Yeah.
boys?
The only
Both.
thing that I really hate about like The Boys is like when characters are having sex, you don't see any titties, and I'm just like, dude, I want
You don't
titties.
see the boys.
I want titties, damn it.
Let's hear it for the boys.
Give me titties
Yeah.
for fuck's sake. If you're gonna have
You
sex, I want
you get a lot of penises though. You get
Well,
a
they're-
bunch of penises.
Yeah, you
Well, if
do.
they're gonna start getting up titties, why don't they just get Sydney Sweeney out here? She used to love putting her titties out there. That's all she's good for.
They have that guy who played Gus Fring as the head of the corporation in The Boys.
But they won't show that head.
No, they won't. But no, like he put like the way he acts, dude. He's so good in that fucking.
No, it's really good.
Yeah, it's
Like
it is.
I think the last season of The Boys was like probably the worst season, but it was still good. Like
Yeah.
it's worth watching. Gen V is good. It's a spin-off that is also necessary to watch.
Oh, that hot blonde. Oh,
She's back.
So sexy.
New season, new episodes.
How many episodes? Wait, how many episodes are there out right now? Or did they?
4, I think. I think the 5th episode's coming out soon. But it's really good.
All right, I'll watch Gen V. But yeah, no. Season 4 was of The Boys was definitely like the low point because they keep repeating. Like the problem with The Boys overall is they keep repeating the same tunes over and over again. We have
Yep.
to kill Homelander. Let's kill Homelander. Season they had like season 4 with because that's the Soldier Boy season, right?
Yeah.
They had him dead to rights, and then all of a sudden, fucking Bill Butcher pulls a 180 for no fucking reason. I'm like, are you kidding? What?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? What the fuck?
Well,
is
we still have a lot of content left, so you never know.
Whatever. Anyway, we're coming close to time, and yeah, we should wrap this up. Thanks everybody for tuning in to Fork in the Road. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can listen to us on Amazon Music, Spotify, and YouTube. You all take care. Later on.